what would you rate the chance of having a liquid supply chain in the future?
I think gaseous hydrogen, liquid hydrogen, green ammonia, green methanol, e-fuels, every element of those, every fuel of those will have actually a role to play in the energy transition, I would say. There are definitely certain applications that make sense actually for the gaseous hydrogen, for example, for instance, to take the lead. Like, you know, the small vehicles as a good example. But when you move into other applications like the heavy vehicles, like the marine industry, aviation, potentially there will be a rule for other sources of carbon clean, low carbon fuels like the liquid hydrogen for this example. So I wouldn't say that there is, at least now and in the short, medium term, there will be a competition between the gaseous hydrogen or the liquid hydrogen. But I think, again, it will be more of an integration between the two fuels actually in certain different applications. This is what's going to happen. And we started to see this. So this is not just a vision. I mean, Howden now has been involved in larger number of projects that uses actually gaseous hydrogen when it makes sense actually for the gaseous hydrogen to take the lead. And we started actually to see the projects coming, especially in North America, where indeed the projects developers so the potential for the liquid hydrogen, especially for the heavy vehicles, for example, trucks, to have a value to add, I would say. And it will take years actually to say that there is a certain fuel will come over the others. But as I mentioned, it's an energy transition, and there is a rule for all of these elements actually to play, and there is a transition in itself, a process actually for the transition before actually we say that there is a dominant actually fuel that will take the lead on everything. This is how we see actually the future of the energy transition in principle.
Sure, thanks for that, Salah. Let's see if we have any differing views here. Kareem, a liquid supply chain?
I generally agree with Salah that I think both are going to rise together in different contexts and different regions. So certainly domestically here in kind of where I'm physically sitting in North America, there's going to be a multi-source pathway with liquid, just because of the availability of liquid in the U.S. market. When we consider Asia, there is currently today in China, all of the liquid is really for the defense and the aerospace industry, and the liquid is not necessarily available yet, although there are some investigations of liquid opportunities going in for the mobility sector. But I really think it's going to be driven by capacity of a particular station and footprint, right? So you can, generally speaking, you could do some orders of magnitude more of throughput in a much more modest installation with a liquid delivered product than you could with a compressed gas product. And I think some of those things will drive, real estate costs, land use agreements, permitting issues, urban environments will drive some of those decisions. In Japan, there is liquid supply available. Today in Korea, Linde is building a 120 ton per day liquid unit in the south of South Korea. So, but Australia is not talking liquid and probably won't talk about it for the next 10 years. In India, everything that we have seen today is in compressed gas. So really, it's a regional thing. The investment that's required to put in very large liquefaction is enormous. So it really is going to be, the answer really is it depends on a lot of the different regions. Not a satisfying answer, but really that is how we view it.
Thanks, Kareem. And Prashant, I've seen you nodding there to some of those points. Would you have anything to add?
No, I think I generally agree with what Kareem and Salah had said. And as he rightly pointed out, in India, the liquid hydrogen is primarily for aerospace and defense application, and large-scale liquid hydrogen uses I don't see it happening in foreseeable future. So that is how it is, and as Kareem was mentioning, that these kind of decisions are dependent on so many factors that it has to be a case-to-case kind of a decision. So we cannot have a one-stop solution for this on a global this thing.